share my screen somehow. Where's my Zoom? Okay. All right, are we Gucci? Okay. All right. Let me minimize this. Okay, so we're gonna talk about growing our Instagrams organically. So I don't know what this. All right. So first, I want to go into like a little background of like me growing my social media. So like, if you know me and like my story, I made my fitness account back in like February, March of 2018. It literally just was like for accountability. I wasn't doing Beachbody yet, and then in April is when I started doing Beachbody and kind of just like was going with the flow of like getting followers. I wasn't really like into coaching yet. So I think like I want to say last winter, so maybe like January, February, I finally invested in something to help me grow my following. I was using Jumper Media and it worked great, but Instagram is cracking down on a lot of things lately, and it ended up basically locking me out of a lot of things. And I essentially was like, I don't want to be spending this money. It's an investment. It's like a decent amount of money. And I just wasn't getting what I was getting in the beginning of it. So I literally just stopped, and I watched tons and tons and tons of videos on how to grow your following. I still watch them probably like once or twice every week. And like there's apps out there to help you grow your following, but I feel like the real, true, authentic way you're going to grow your following is by doing it yourself. And I feel like any coach in the network now will tell you the same exact thing. It's like nice having that little boost of momentum. I mean, personally, I've been going to and from like 4,300 followers and then going like down to 289. It's hard, but you're getting new followers in there. And then basically the people that do unfollow you are like the people that you've probably followed up with like 5 times. So like, I don't want you guys to get discouraged about like your following not even being big, because like, honestly, like when I was pushing for Diamond and I saw like, everybody knows that I love Sammy Glonick. So like, she's like the only coach I follow, but I noticed that like her coaches who are like Diamond and 1-star, they don't have that big of a following. So like, you can't let your following and all of that get, yes, yeah, Amy, you don't let that get to you. So we're going to go into that a little bit today, but first I just want to, that was just like a little background info. So like, these are my key focuses when it comes to growing organically and using my Instagram every single day. Followers, like you want to always stay engaged. You want to go on follow sprees every single day. And you want to like organize your numbers, because you never want to be following more people than are following you. You want to like have like a little happy medium there. And I'm going to go into like staying engaged in a little bit, but hashtags is also another thing. You should be using hashtags on your posts, your story, and when you're finding followers. I use the app Smart Hash. I know I've talked about it on team calls so many times. I feel like it looks like this. I don't even know if I'm showing you. I can't see what I'm doing. But basically you can, reconnect. Okay, apparently I'm not connected. Okay, anyway, it basically like helped me come up with like different types of hashtags that aren't being used. Like you can type in like dog mom and it comes up with like a bunch of other alternate like hashtags for dog mom. So like, I know I've talked about this before too. I have a Google Keep. I have it, literally all my stuff is in Google Keep. All of my scripts, literally everything. So I have a hashtag Google Keep, and it basically goes from self-care to snowboarding, Buffalo Bills, friends, fitness. I have like 3 separate fitness things. Dog mom, alcohol, sound like an alcoholic. Like personal development, selfies, traveling, winter food. Like I literally, like I need to go through and like adjust these, but these are things like when I post a specific photo, I can literally just go in, copy and paste them in my comments or in your description, whatever you want to use. And Smart Hash helped me come up with some of the more unique hashtags that people like might not search or that like aren't like bombarded by Beachbody coaches. So if you're not using hashtags, you definitely need to be using hashtags and try to think of ones like that are outside of the box. And also, Amy talked about this a while ago. Use hashtags in your story. Like you can literally make them so small that you're hiding them. Somebody gonna say something? Oh, okay, I heard something. Okay, anyway. All right, so that's basically my spiel on hashtags. So being active, I can't stress this enough. Like you don't have to post like a huge, massive post every single day. You can literally post the most basic posts like, oh, went to a Buffalo Bills game today. What did you do today? Like you can, like if you're busy like that, I'm not like people aren't going to sit down and read a super long post every single time if I'm being honest. And sometimes I don't want to type out a whole long post every single day. So sometimes I just keep it short and sweet. And this is what like the Instagram algorithms, the more you post, whether it's on your story or on your feed, the more you're going to show up in your followers' feed. So posting every single day gets you boosted, especially if you have enough likes on your photo, it's going to get you boosted to the top of somebody's feed. If you're going on your stories every single day, you're proving that you're showing up every single day. And two, you're most likely going to be the first person that shows up when somebody's watching you consistently every single day. And then you want to make sure you're engaging with your followers and people you follow. This is something I didn't do enough, so shout out to Amy for encouraging me to do this more. Even if they're not following you back. Like Instagram has, like when you look in your followers, now it tells you who you haven't connected with or haven't done anything with in X amount of days. I literally have been going through those people, liking a couple photos, watching their stories, interacting. And if they don't follow me back, they don't follow me back. So I've been being more interactive with the people who like my photos, watch my story, like literally anything. Whenever I have time, I sit through and I go through and just like a couple things or I respond to a story. And you literally have like take 10 or 15 minutes out of your day. It really doesn't even take that long. So I don't know, Shannon, I don't know if it does it for everybody. It only does me like on a good day when my following actually loads who I'm following. If you go into your following, like mine's not loading right now, but if you go into your following, it'll say, sometimes you have to search a name first, but it's under your following. And then you also want to make sure you're being interactive and you want to make sure you have a business profile. If your profile is not set up as a business profile, I don't know what you're doing. Because setting yourself up as a business profile, you can literally see everything, all of your insights, how people found you, if people found you through a location, a hashtag, another person, how many follows you got from that one post, who shared your post. You can literally get all the insight. And you also want to make sure you're using polls, you're using stickers, questions, and resharing and commenting on things. And you don't even have to do, like, you can literally do you like pizza or burgers? Like polls like that, like fun polls that like spark a conversation that might not even be about a boot camp. Because if like anybody knows how I run my business, I like actually like getting to know people first before I start inviting them. So that's how I do things. So my strategy is, who is your target audience? So I want you to think, what are like 3 things going on in your life, and put it in the chat. And if you don't put it in the chat, I'm going to call you out. Oh, Amy with the same one. busy teenagers, new home, dog mom, military girlfriend, home renovation, work, school, laundry, laundry always, planning a wedding, sobriety outdoors. There's still more people. Okay, so like I'm gonna use, who do I want to use? Actually, I'll use everybody. So like this is the way I do things. So like I'm working part-time snowboarding. Football season for the Bills unfortunately just ended, but I try to base who I'm following off of the things that are going on in the season of my life. So New Era Field, every Sunday when there's a home game, you bet I was looking through that location and trying to find as many people as I can and engaging with them. Snowboarding, I look up so many freaking snowboarding mountains and hills every single day and try to follow as many snowboarders and skiers as I can. People I actually have things in common with. People who are planning weddings, people who are dealing with school, people who are into snowmobiling. You can look up bars that people go snowmobiling to. Wedding planning, look up wedding planning accounts. There are so many different things. There are so many different accounts and people and like fashion bloggers and famous people that you can literally go and look up, that you can find people who are doing the same things as you. So like Shannon can easily go find more travel nurses. Ashley can find somebody who might be dealing with sobriety stuff too. Somebody who loves outdoors, hiking, anything like that, that like might be, I'm like trying to read all these. Young women, marriage, dog mom, people who are planning a wedding, people are going backpacking. Like you have so many, I'm going to go into this more, but you have so many different places to find people. I legit, like when I'm here by myself and Justin's not here and he's somewhere, I literally have looked up lacrosse rosters of teams that I've played in college and tried to find the girls that graduated when I graduated with and literally stalked their life and followed them, being completely honest. So like those are people you want to look for, people who like relate to you. And this, I'm running out of people. It's complete bullshit. You can never run out of people. And I know we have all said that we have run out of people. And it's bullshit because you can find so many people through so many different things. You just have, if they don't follow you back, they're not your people. If they don't engage with you, they're not your people. Just keep looking. It's going to take time. And once your following gets bigger, once you get more consistently posting on your stories, your following is going to grow and you're going to show up a lot more. Oops. Okay. So next, where do I find people? Friends of friends, followers of followers through hashtags, locations, tagged photos, accounts you might love, celebrities you love, shows, products, whatever it is. I literally look on some of my favorite YouTubers accounts, look through different locations like snowboarding. I look through people who follow me that have things in common with me. And like I've told you, I've literally looked up rosters. I'll literally sit down and look up craft breweries or wineries that I might have not heard of and just try to find as many people as I can and follow them. So this is essentially how I do it on a day-to-day basis. So I literally hold a notebook and I write. I didn't used to do this, and I'm glad I do it now because now I can actually like see who's following me back and who's not, and like kind of just try to organize and do things a different way. So I go through every single day and I write down who I follow. Sometimes I have more time and I can fill out 2 sides of the paper, like here, for example. Anyways, I typically follow 32 people a day. If I have more time, I follow 64 people, or I will put a timer on for like 20 minutes. When I typically find somebody I like or is like seems interesting or I have something in common with, I watch their stories and I like about 4 photos. And depending what it is, maybe I'll comment. I don't want to spam them too much because I don't want to be like, who the fuck is this bitch? But I try to like get them to at least notice me and at least get them to my stories. I also write them down so I don't lose them, like I said, and then I pick who I'm following and where I'm following from. Like today I looked up Arizona lacrosse. Like I was following people through that somehow and just went into a wormhole. That's basically what you have to do. And you can interact with people you don't follow or don't want to follow because maybe they'll want to follow you and it just will stem from there. So exactly my point. Interact with everyone even if they don't follow you back because there's a chance that you'll finally get their attention. If it's somebody like if you go to your following and see people who you haven't connected with in like 90 days, go like a couple photos. Maybe they forgot to follow you back or maybe they forgot to check out your profile. So this is a bit of a challenge, ish. So I bet you there are 4 people. Oh my God, my cat scared the living crap out of me. Okay, I bet you that there are 4 people in your life that you've never invited but could. Who are 4 people that you could have invited and you didn't? For example, I could have invited a bunch of my cousins, my aunts, friends from high school. And I also bet you that there are 5 people you never follow up with but should have. Maybe they told you no once and that scared you off and you don't want to message them again because you don't want to be annoying. And then I bet you there are at least 10 people who follow you that you're too scared to invite. So I want to know, why haven't you invited those 10 people? Why are you scared to invite them? Feel free to write in the chat if you have a reason. Wow, there's 10 people on this call. I assume they would say no. Same. Honestly, some people, if newly following, well, so like that's when I get to know somebody. That's when I watch their stories, like their photos, comment, just message them and say like, this is my life story. What do you do? Someone else have already may invited them. Who cares? They'll tell you if they're not interested or if they've already been invited or if they're a part of a boot camp. When I first started Beachbody, I was inviting Beachbody coaches. I had no fucking idea what I was doing. And I'm sure everyone can relate. Yeah, so like, same, Amy, same. Yeah, you just have to like, and there's a chance that like, even if they were invited by somebody else, they might relate with you more. Like there's a chance that like, they're waiting for you to invite them and you just haven't. So like, I literally, like I was doing follow-ups today. I've literally been messaging a girl since March and she has not responded. And I'm like, okay, I should probably stop now because it's been almost a year. But she reads every single message, watches every single story. So like, I can't build a relationship or I can't get to know her if she's not willing to. So at that point, I'm just like, okay, bye. So 4 people that you can invite tonight that you've never invited, I want you to think of those 4 people and why you haven't invited them. And then I want you to invite them tonight. And I want you to either send it to me or send it to Amy. And yeah, that's really all I have right now. I don't know if I forgot anything, but I figured a lot of people might have questions. So I kind of kept it short. Oh my God, I'm not done. I have one more slide. Oh, I lied. Okay. So these are some questions to ask yourself because these are the things that are going to grow your following and help you get noticed more. So 1, do you post every single day? Put it in the chat. I post every single day. Julie, why don't you post every single day? Are you new coach? I post more stories than anything. So the thing with stories is nice because if somebody is, do it, girl, you gotta just do it. You're right. The nice thing about stories, if somebody's watching you consistently, you're going to be one of the first people that shows up. But the thing about posts is like somebody could have followed you months ago and totally forgot that they follow you. And they're not going to know until you keep posting and you keep coming up in their feed. Even on those days, Shannon, that like you might miss a day, post something simple. Like if it's a selfie, like post a quote with a selfie, or like something you're doing over the weekend, or some type of poll or something fun. Like people just don't like, I mean, I don't want to sit down and read my own posts every single day. Like, excuse me, Jordan, goodbye. What the hell? So I know I don't want to read long posts every single day if I was like following me, but there's going to be that occasional one that will spark somebody's Instagram, somebody's brain or whatever. So another question is, do you use hashtags, whether it's in your story or on your posts? Not everybody's answering in this chat either. And I know there are a couple new girls, and it's okay, but just let us know. We're here to talk it out. I'll be honest, I need to start using hashtags more. And oh, Chelsea, I wasn't actually like calling you out. I know there's more people in here than oh my god, everybody probably thinks I'm a bitch. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely slack using hashtags in my posts. Yeah, same, Amy. Like I do it more in my posts than anything. And then do you interact with your followers and people you follow every single day? Even if it's like 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything drastic. Do you want to know how many photos you can like in 15 minutes? Let's be real. You want to make sure that you're engaging with people because then they'll engage with you more. And then my last question is, do you make things interactive? Do you make polls? Do you make question stickers? Yeah, I just started taking a lot more time with interacting with people. Yeah, Shannon, I usually respond to a lot more stories than I do on posts. Just because like I relate to a lot of people's stories. That's good, Trish. So yeah, I think I got everything that I wanted to talk about. So if anyone has any questions or anything, I'm gonna stop my share.
I have a question.
Okay.
So awesome, by the way. I love that.
I had squirrel brain. I didn't like write a script like I did last time.
No, but I love it. I think you brought up a lot of like the key things, and also you gave a lot of really like good tips. But what I really want you to share, because I know you work full time and you also have a part-time job, like you're busy, your schedule is all over the place. So one of the things I think that people get stuck on, and I would love for you to share on, is like, how do you work this into your day? Like, when do you typically, what are the pockets of your day that you like take the time to sit down and do this, or how do you make this work so you do it consistently?
So like my day to day, I wake up every morning at like 4:15. I'll wake up and I'll do my gratitude, and I like been doing this real slow because I just don't want to finish it. So I do my journals, and then I typically go through and I message the people who maybe followed me from like a day or two ago with like my original like message, like kind of just like saying thanks for the follow. I'm Alex. I'm from here. I do this. I do that, and then I kind of just get to know them, and then I'll go through and I'll do my follow-ups from like the month before. and I'll sit down and do those. And then if I have time, I'll reach out to like some of the people I've never invited yet, or maybe like people I've been talking to, like just getting to know them. And then I'll do my workout, and then I like shower, get ready for work, blah, 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 go to work. And then if I have free time at work, sometimes I'll start like a follow spree and just screenshot it. And then I'll come home and write it all down. And then typically I've been really bad at this lately, but every Sunday I usually try to sit down and plan out all of my posts for the week. I've been really bad at this lately, but that I'll usually like post while I'm at work. I usually try to post like in the middle of the day, because the thing is, if I don't have a post plan, like for example, last night I didn't have a post plan, so I didn't post until like 9 at night. And like, let's be real, no one's really on Instagram that late at night on a Sunday. So I always try to post at a time that like people might be scrolling through. And I always post it on my Facebook now. And then I'll come home from work, and then I'll either do some more follow-ups, or I'll do what I didn't do earlier. I'll reach out to the people I didn't invite yet. And then I'll go on my follow spree, and then I'll unfollow everybody who didn't follow me back from the month prior. Like this, like it's so tedious, but like it helps me keep my numbers at an uneven thing, like an uneven, uneven. I can't talk. This is radio life, everybody. And then I figured a month is like a good amount of time to give somebody to follow you back, because the chances like the people that I most recently follow are the people who show up first in my newsfeed and on my stories. So I try to interact with them, and if they don't follow me back in a month, well, okay, bye. Because like, what's the point? What's the point of following them?
So you have like a set pocket every morning, and part of your morning routine is to do a little chunk of following. Then if you have more time during your day, you'll go on another short spree. But then like, how often is it that you unfollow, did you say?
I unfollow every single day, but I unfollow from the month before. So like, I'm a little ahead now, but like tomorrow, I mean, I guess I don't really need to go on an unfollowing spree tomorrow, but like 12/10 is the last day that those are the people that I would go and follow next. Or I can wait a little bit. But I mean, you don't have to write down who you're following. I just liked it that way because I was literally going on mass follow sprees over the summer and then losing people. And then I would like not even realize who wasn't following me back. And I just have a mop of people that I was following that weren't seeing me. I wasn't seeing them, and it just was messy. So like, that's why I do it this way. I'm also like very OCD and organized. So that's why I do it this way. And it's been working for me. And it's nice too, because like, I've been also like kind of writing where I've been finding people. So like, I can look back and see like, oh, only 2 people followed me back from this 32 list, or 10 people followed me back from this list of 63 or whatever it is. So it's nice to kind of just see and like know how I did it, and maybe like I can alter it. Yeah, guys, this is real life. This is, if you really want to invest in your coaching business, this is what you do.
Notebooks.
So this is my following one. This is like my invites and follow-ups, and then this is just like my one from last month, and I'm finishing up. So like, I'm following up with the people from last month, and then that's going in the garbage because it's done. And this is brand new. And then I dropped something. I took my business activity tracker. Yes, people, if you don't have this, I don't know what to tell you. Can't help you, honeys.
Yeah.
Seriously, though.
I know. No, for real. Okay, can I just share one thing? So I'm almost done. Yeah, Shannon. First thing.
Yeah, guys, I literally have this sitting here, haven't opened it. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, listen. You can consolidate some of this stuff. Like that same type of notebook that Alex has, that was what I was using up until like a week ago. Every single day on one half, I would write out people I invited. On the other half, I did like you can consolidate and put multiple things on one notebook
Yeah.
paper.
Well, the way
Yeah.
that I do it, I mean, if anybody needs ideas, so like these are the people that I followed up with. These are the people that I made connections with or like started a random conversation or like they just followed me back. And then if they ask for more information, I highlight them. And if they ask for the price and I send them the price, I highlight the number. So like these are two girls that asked for prices today because they're highlighted the number.
Mm-hmm.
And then like if they have an excuse or something, or like if money's an issue, I just usually write $signs or like next month or like random whatever. But that's how I do it.
I love it. So I'm like so thankful that you did this because the thing is that doing this, like what things that you talk about, posting every day, engaging every day, like you were right. Like, posting to your feed every single day is like, I want you guys to think of yourself like the analogy of like you're a farmer. Like you are a farmer posting, no, seriously, but like your business is your farm. What do farmers do? They wake up early and they do the effing work, right? They plant the seeds, they water their garden, they
Where
like
the hell did you get this from?
listen, it's real. It's a real freaking analogy. So I heard it from Carl, and I also heard it in my personal development book today, Being Boss. So honestly, if you're a visual person like I am, and you really need to wrap your brain around like the importance of why why you need to be consistent, then you need to, I hope Dan appreciates this. You need to start thinking of your business as like you are sowing your oats, okay? Like you are planting seeds every single day, but if you don't show up and you don't do those things, like if you skip a day, you skipped a whole day of planting new seeds, right? You didn't water those existing seeds that are starting to grow. Like you are essentially allowing your business to flounder and possibly die off because of your lack of consistency. When addition to that, the another analogy they brought up is you need to understand like the difference between being a farmer and a hunter. Being a farmer, like you're cultivating your own wealth, right? Like you're building up you're generating your own you know, like fruits and vegetables, okay? Like you're cultivating your own business. But there are times that we need to then become hunters. Actions like this, where we go out and we seek, we find people, right? The inviting, the following up, that's us being hunters, okay? It's not about being salesy or aggressive or needy, right? But that's us like just doing part of the vital process of basically staying alive and or growing ourselves, nourishing our business, keeping us moving forward. So I did not explain this exactly well, but if you need a book, even for newer coaches, like if you need a book to help you get into this mindset, you should really listen to Being Boss. It's an Audible book. It's written by two young like women that basically went from one career and then completely went off and became their, solo entrepreneurs, started their own businesses, etc. So because I know, you might be doing some of these things that Alex is talking about. You might be, some of you said you are on your stories, or some of you pointed out that you aren't consistent with your posting. That's where you kind of need to start. But it also comes back to the very basic things of, like Alex said, it was being accountable with writing down your stuff every day, getting organized, using the business activity tracker. Like if you are doing the basic things, you're going to be cued in on doing the daily activities that you need to do in order to make all of this flow, right? You can't be doing one thing. Like you can't be posting on your stories and not posting on your feed, because then nothing's going to tie together, right? When you do go and follow people and or invite them, nothing's going to make sense because they're going to go to your feed. They're not going to see any recent posts. They're going to completely invalidate you within seconds, okay? So this is all literally about building up your own trust and accreditation with your people, right? Like Alex said, like you don't need to post we don't need to post posts of substance and or value and or like vulnerability like type of content every single day. That honestly is wearing, because you, Beachbody, this journey of yours, like fitness and or coaching wise, is only a part of our life, right?
Right. I was just gonna say, you want to show people that you're like an actual real human being. Like, yes, you might live and breathe Beachbody because it's like the healthy lifestyle and routine you're living, but like you're also a real person. Like you have real life hobbies, you have real life things going on.
Yeah. So it's like, some of like Alex, you're funny, like you're sarcastic, you like the Bills, like so like if I when I go to your page, like I see such a variety of just you, right? I see so many different things that describe you. I don't see Beachbody, right? I don't go to your page, I don't say automatically think, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. Like that's kind of what you want. You want to the face of your business is you, okay? So you want to share you, okay? And that in Beachbody and health and fitness is only one piece of that, right? It is what we do. It is like the business that we're building, but it's only one piece of it, okay? And I know this doesn't totally make a ton of sense, but like if you are doing this, it's going to make the following and the building relationship piece so much easier for you, because it's going to just be so much more organic and natural and easy flowing, because you've got a pumping well. You are showing up daily. You're on your stories. You have content constantly coming in that is allowing people to get to know you and interact with you. And so the whole growing your following piece comes into you also just doing the nitty gritty behind the scenes work and not sexy work of just going out and trying to attract people to your page, right? Of, kind of like going out there and being interactive, because like she said in the beginning, I made the comment, this is a relationship business, you guys. Like the reason, like how many of you, raise your hand, don't raise your hand, I can't see your face yet right now, did have a previous coach or signed up originally with someone, it didn't go well, you didn't have a good connection, that you got lost in the whatever, like timing in your life, whatever it was, you ended up here, okay? Someone might have been invited by someone else. I was invited by two other coaches before my coach invited me. And the only and it was time and circumstance why I ended up joining with my coach, right? You never know. I connected with my coach at the time based off what I was going through in that moment of my life. Okay? So we can't overthink things. We can't, action is where we need to like lead from. Okay? You send the invite, like she challenged us to go out and invite the people that we've gotten in our own head of telling ourselves that we can't invite. I've been so guilty of that. I built my business in the very beginning off of acquaintances and very, very, very distant friends of friends, because I assumed that all of my immediate circle people wouldn't join me, right? That they judge me, wouldn't want to do it, all that stuff. So don't overthink. I guess that's what I really wanted to just like, if you know what you need to do, she laid it out very clearly. And I'm so like, if you can share those slides in the team page, that'd be awesome, because I think you just kind of broke it down really nicely and gave and pointed out the key points, right? Hashtags, posting, all that stuff. And that app that she talked about, Smart Hash, really, really helpful, because it will tell you how popular the hashtags are. Because you do want to have a good mix of smaller hashtags with larger hashtags. And the last thing I wanted to say is, you guys, social media is always changing. Okay. Like Instagram, literally in the last year, has changed the algorithm. I don't even know how many times. So again, it's one of these things. Just be committed to being a student and like, being open, keeping your ears open and going out there. Like she goes out and searches YouTube videos and how she can tweak and, better help herself with, keeping up with the algorithm so that she's able to consistently keep growing her following. I just watched a YouTube video the other day that one of the things that I've been noticing is times of day of posting. Alex brought that up. I've been noticing this big fluctuation based off of the time of day that I've been doing my posts. So I went and I watched, did some YouTube research, and I found out that there are specific times of day that are when you should be posting based off of whatever kind of what audience you're trying to go after. So in general, for the type of business that we are in, or like what we are doing, consumers, like we're looking for consumer type of people, and or / you're just trying to engage with other people. It's like Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 3 p.m. And I'm assuming it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. It's just around the world. 10 to 3 p.m. are the most popular times to post. And then generally, like Wednesday is like the day, like the most popular, highest engagement day of the week. And then Monday through Sunday, those are the more quiet days. That's why Monday through Sunday, not Monday through Sunday, like Friday through Sunday, those are the types of posts that you really want to kind of just keep fun. And you want to, you could have one, another like big bang, like maybe a transformation post or like a call to action on Friday. But generally on the weekend, like those are more like lifestyle posts, fun posts, just like Alex was talking about, like not always keeping it super heavy. You really, if you want to do, if you want to learn more about that, you guys, like the information's out there, you can start, and it's very easy. And once you know it and once you learn it, then you can just start tweaking. But like they said on, the best way to do this is just to be messy and just to go out there and try things and do it and just keep learning as you go. Okay. A lot of you guys, I think, overthink things like the posting and all that stuff, and you just need to do it. You just need to do it and get better at it. And that's, we all hate what we do in the beginning. We all don't look back and want to cringe at the stuff that we posted in the beginning. But you know what? You learn really freaking quickly, and you just kind of grow from there. So sorry, I went off on a tangent. Does anybody have any questions for Alex?
Just want to like throw it out there. Like last year around this time, last January was my second time ever hitting Success Club, and I hit SC8. And then this year, I only missed Success Club twice. So just putting it out there that like once you start showing up every day using the business activity tracker, like your work is going to pay off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really does. All right, guys. Thank you, Alex,
Thanks for having me.
Sharing that. It was super helpful. I will be posting the recording in the morning. So I'll see you guys later.